Hello, my name is Leon, and I am a famous artist. Today, we will be drawing a Meowsketeer. How do we begin? First, we draw a stick figure. Always draw a stick figure or something close to it. It doesn't have to look like anything yet. It just needs to be loose, so it would tell you where the drawing needs to go when you're ready to make it look like the thing you want to make it look like. And now the head, big cat cheeks, the center line, and the line where you want your eyes to rest. Very important, getting the shape of the head where it needs to be. Filling in the eyebrows, and because it's a Meowsketeer, he needs a hat. Oh, too small? Ah, just right. And we add what will be a feather. Trust me. Adding little bits and pieces. Ah, the cape. What Meowsketeer is complete without his cape? Meowsketeer boots with the boot flaps. Very important, very important. More hands, and then oh, the sword. One of the most important parts of a Meowsketeer is having a sword. Is very crucial. There, now we have it roughed out. No dog jokes here. We begin our drawing. Don't be afraid to change things along the way. As you see, changing the shape of the eyes in little ways. Little curl. Just a few little lines is all it takes to make something look like how you want it to look. It just takes practice and some time. Some cats, they have 1,000 whiskers. This one, he has 6. Nice big general bumps and swoops to show that he is furry. He does not need 1,000 bristles or 1,000,000 bristles or even 100 bristles. All we need is maybe 12. Put in the feather, same thing for the feather. Ah, the cape, making sure that it is covering everything that it needs to be covering. I like to draw my capes like they are swooshing in the wind. Much more fun that way. Nice big gloves. He's got big paws, he's got to have big gloves. Few creases and folds in the clothing. It's always helpful to put in at least a few of them, just to make it seem like it's little more like a shirt or a pair of pants. Little claws, you see them starting to poke through the gloves. It doesn't really do anything. I just like how it looks. And when you do a drawing, you should do it how you like how it would look. That is important. Adding bits of shading helps to add weight and a sense of presence to the character. Just make sure that you keep it up a little bit over the whole thing. So here, make sure he has his rest of his clothes. He cannot be a Meowsketeer if he does not have the rest of his uniform. Making sure the sword is ready for some fencing. Some slashing, some fighting, eh? Few more little claws in there, and more of the shading to help bring it together more. The light is coming from above and to the right, so whenever you do the shading, if that's where your light source is coming from, make sure your shadows are underneath and to the left. Now, if you're drawing a cat, you do not need to fill in the pupils. You can fill in the pupils with whatever you want. You can fill it in with a different color. I'm just doing it with the black today. Now we need the insignia on the front of his cape, and of course it is a kitty cat. Having the little details, a little bit of filigree on the corners there to make it stand out just enough. Little more shading on the... Oh my goodness, I forgot to do this boot until the last. You have to watch out for things like this. They can get away from you, but as long as you get the drawing done, that is what matters. The drawing is nearly there. Now we are adding touches. The shading under the hat, if all of that light is coming down, there's going to be shade under a hat that big. There just is. And once that's done, it looks so much better. We add a little bit more there on the left. And now the drawing, it is almost done. Just a few details here and there. And when you're ready, think you have enough put in, you don't need that understructure anymore. You go through and you can begin to erase. If you've drawn with pen over the pencil, the erasing is much easier to do. If you're doing it with darker pencil over the lighter pencil, you have to be much more careful. But then once you have your erasing done, you can go through and you can add even more details. Thicken some lines, add a little bit of shading, darken a few things that maybe you missed before. Drawings, they have a lot of details in them. It's very easy to miss one or two. So it's always helpful to take a step back, take a look, and go over it all. Because you never know what little detail will bring a drawing to life. I did not tell you I am a magician too? And now, I must be off.